job.
That is not the way we want to start off this video. One of your kids watch this. Hi and welcome everybody. It's Dr. Nick. That's what I should have done. I should have done Dr. Nick's team, not Van Houten's Vandals that everybody hates. What's up, man? I got Kev with me.
Get Rusty in the Hizzy 2015. Welcome, Bone Storm.
From Idaho. You were from Idaho last year, though, right?
Hey, let's jump right into week one. Or do you want to do a draft recap real quick? No, we haven't. This is the first time we've spoken all year.
It is, and for those who haven't seen this, you're going to get 10 minutes that you'll never get back in your life, but it's going to be the funniest 10 minutes, I guarantee you. If not more, if we get really rolling. This is a weekly recap of both the games, preview of the upcoming games, and a little smack talk mixed in, and then obviously the highlight is the auction report to laugh at who overbid. I'll give you a guess this week. It's 2 thumbs pointing to this guy. Anyhow, we'll get to that later. So, Kev, you want to say any words about this lovely broadcast?
I don't. I'm ready to get into it.
Awesome. Way to help, dude. You are the worst. You're about as bad. Did you watch that Monday night game with Trent Dilfer and Chris Berman?
Yes.
Oh my God. Those two are the worst broadcasters ever. I love Chris Berman when he wraps it up. Trent Dilfer, I could take or leave, but I'm telling you, those two guys were cancer to my ears. I wanted to stab myself with a pencil. I hate them so much. All right,
well,
let's... Go ahead.
I'm trying to be good. I had a tooth pulled today.
Oh, yeah, you pulled your tooth? This is why you need to go to the dentist, you slacker.
Okay.
All right, and so, with that, week one, what's the first game? Kev, hit me.
Team Layton, being new to the league this year, I took it easy on him this week. And I let him get his first victory, wet his whistle, so he stings in. And he managed to beat me 133.3
Damn.
to a league low of 105 points.
Are you really the lowest scorer?
The draft.
You stink. Yeah, so first of all, a little shout out for Mr. Greg. Welcome to the league, first of all, and congrats on beating this dum-dum, who we all hopefully will beat. No, let's talk about some of your great draft picks here. I mean, Ben Roethlisberger for 22, Marshawn Beast Mode Lynch for 17, Keenan Allen for 33 without a touchdown. That man is a monster. Brandon Marshall, God, I wanted Brandon Marshall. I didn't think he'd go that early, but no matter what team you put him on, whatever crappy team he's on, he still produces every week. Delaney Walker did well. I mean, he didn't have too many gaps in his scoring against you, whereas you, let's talk about what is wrong with Peyton Manning and Adrian Peterson. They are not getting it done for you.
1 week does not a season make.
No, just explain to me why they hate you so much and why they won't perform when they're on your team. When Manny was on your sister's team, every week it was 20 plus. She gets on Kev's 4.9.
I'm playing for week 12. Don't worry about it.
First, you got to make it to week 12. And with Adrian Peterson not getting the carries, did you see how many times they didn't give him the ball in that game? They better rush that boy back on there.
Didn't give him the ball.
What, monkey?
I'm not going to see how many times they didn't give him the ball.
No, I'm...
0. You don't see it. So lack that up.
Okay, whatever. You know what I mean. I'm just saying how many times Astacia and the other guy got it, McKinnon.
I know.
Okay, anyway, let's talk about a few... What?
We're building.
Okay, how about we build on rapport, whereas if I'm talking, you wait till I'm done. I'll give a pause, and that's when you jump in. Let's talk about the highlights of your game. Jason Witten for 26, never a slouch there. D'Angelo Williams, Steelers, 16.2. That's the backup. Imagine when Bell gets back, then you're all in trouble. Oh, I think so. And then Seattle's defense, as bad as it was, as bad as they played that day and they lost, they did have one nice run back for a touchdown, so that got you 19.2. Let's not take all day on your score. What's next?
All right, next we have... Ooh, it was a close one for a little while, but then Ralph Wiggum put it to the Wild Poopers. Jason takes his daughter out of week one with a loss, 154 to 136. Couple of decimal points I'm missing, but didn't matter. 154, 136.
Yeah, Jason had quite the day. His quarterback, middling with 13.7. McFadden and Martin didn't do much. I mean, combined for a little over 10, again, minus the points. Julio Jones, though, big money deal. I'm sure Don was crying over that. 37.1. Randall Cobb got 14. He was stressing out about Randall Cobb. He hates James Jones, except for now that he has him on his team. Now he loves James Jones. And Travis Kelce, who I kept mispronouncing this Klecky for whatever reason because I'm an idiot, with 30.6. That's huge. The Wild Poopers, tough day for Frank Gore. Didn't get it done. I know how that feels. Demaryius Thomas got 13. He was supposed to get a whole lot more. Steve Smith only 4.6. She had a rough day all around. She had some nice points on her bench. Kendall Wright with 24, but who's going to start him? I didn't trust him, but maybe next week he'll get some play time. But good win with Jason. And even though he won, it was what we'd call a hollow victory because he doesn't like beating up on his kids, but he does like getting a W. What's next?
Next, we have a big game, and I feel sorry for Terry because she would have beat just about everybody else in the league, but she falls short against the Rockland Smashers, who puts up a monster 180.2 against 141. Sorry, Terry, there's nothing you can do at 180. Obviously, this year, Kevin Clemens is the powerhouse, the man to beat.
He is the man to beat. Drew Brees bringing the wood with 20. Alshon Jeffrey, 12.8. Landry from Miami, 23.7. Tyler Eifert, okay, 33. Tyler, could you give a few points to my man AJ Green, who's supposed to get more of the points there? And then Jordan Matthews from Philly, 22.2. The man is for real. Philly's offense looks interesting this year. I can't wait to see more of it. On the other side, the Mouseketeers, huge game from Brady, screwing up my Steelers. Decent game with Hill. Edelman taps in 21 again against my Steelers. But the rest of it, Heath Miller did good with 16. But the rest of it, a bunch of nothings. And Brian Quick got 0.0, Mr. Blutarski. So tough day for Mo. I'm sure she's going to rebound. We'll see what she does next week. Moving on to the next game.
Mo's not in this league, doofus.
Sorry, did I say Mo?
Yeah.
Oops, sorry, Terry. Yikes. Next.
I beat Terry with a Y. Hey.
Not with an I?
No.
Hi, Lexi.
So that the rest of the league knows, Kevin Clemens is also a grandpa.
And a birthday boy. He just had a birthday. And as Kevin Clemens likes to say, the terrorist ruined his birthday because his birthday, ladies and gentlemen, 9/11. Thanks, Kevin. I kind of blame him for that. Next up,
we've got the Punishment Due, who beat the other Leighton brother, Joseph, who put up 116, but it wasn't enough to top Todd's 124.5.
Yeah, Todd, who, we'll get to that later. He suckered me in for some other stuff, but the death blow, not enough with Aaron Rodgers with 29, Matt Forte with 29. I'm sure he thought he was off to a great day until he saw Deshaun Jackson for 0. Jay Hill from New Orleans for 0. Houston for 2. Lots of low scores there. But Punishment Due brought it big with Ingram for 20. DeAndre Hopkins for 32. Latavius Murray for 15. Rather nice day for the Punishment Due. Sorry, it was close for Joe. 116 to 124. I'm sure next week might tell a different tale depending on who he plays. Next up, Mr. Kev.
Speaking of close games, and I think one that most of us were watching with bated breath, the Jerk Store pulls out, I guess, the victory, moral victory.
God!
On the cards, on the paper, it didn't come up that way. Somehow, the Van Houten Vigilantes, or Vandals, or
Van Houten Vandals,
managed to pull out a victory, 126.7 to 121. Sorry, Crystal. I think the entire league, including Mama, was pulling for him.
How dare you? My mother was not rooting against me. At least I hope she wasn't. All right, where you say barely managed, I'd like to point out a few nice gems that were draft day steals from yours truly. A man by the name of Danny Woodhead. That's right, Crystal. Woodhead. 22.2, all up in your head. Antonio Brown for 30.4. And the rest, not so great, but we're coming along. I did like my kicker getting 17, outscoring, let's see, AJ Green, Greg Olson, Yeldon, Cam Newton. He outscored just about everybody on my team, and he's a kicker.